Hello everyone. I'm delighted to be with all of you at this year's Rainbow Seder. I want to applaud tonight's co-sponsors for co-hosting this incredibly meaningful gathering. The GLOW program at the DCJCC, the Human Rights Campaign, Bet Mishpacha, and the Embassy of Israel. Thank you all. I am grateful for the opportunity to participate in this celebration of Passover for the LGBTQ community and allies. I wish I could see all of you in person, but I'm positive that whatever you're wearing looks even better than me in the three-piece velour suit that I wore at my bar mitzvah. It's hard to believe this is the second Passover in a row that we're celebrating virtually. The pandemic has forced us to pause and adjust some of our most cherished traditions and activities. But if we follow the guidelines that help keep us safe, stay socially distanced, wear a mask, get vaccinated when it's your turn, we will win this fight against COVID. Passover has always been one of my favorite holidays. Some of my earliest memories of my own family's Jewish traditions are of my mom dressing me and my siblings in matching outfits to go over to my grandma Ann's house in Brooklyn for Seder. The Seder is where I learned from an early age that Passover holds such power. It is both a very old story about our ancient people's quest for liberation and their exodus from oppression, while at the same time an entirely contemporary story about the ongoing struggle for freedom and justice in an all too often broken world. This narrative rings loud and true for all attending the Rainbow Seder tonight. The journey from oppression to freedom has been our people's narrative for more than 2,000 years. But it is a journey that remains ongoing in this country for many communities. While much progress has been made, the promise of liberty and equality for all LGBTQ individuals remains a crucial struggle in our nation today. This is particularly true in the transgender community, and especially for transgender youth and trans women of color. The Biden-Harris administration is committed to building on the progress that has been made for LGBTQ Americans. We've already seen President Biden take important steps since taking office, including ending the ban on service by transgender individuals in the armed services, appointing my friend, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, the first openly gay person confirmed to the U.S. Cabinet, and appointing Dr. Rachel Levine, a Jewish transgender woman, to serve as his Assistant Secretary of Health at the Department of Health and Human Services. But there is so much more work to do. As we celebrate another Passover during the pandemic, we remember that Judaism doesn't teach us to only fight for ourselves or only for our own freedom. We are bound in this struggle together. As President Biden said, there is light and hope for better days ahead if we all do our part. And with your help, that is how we will continue to advance freedom for LGBTQ individuals and for all Americans. Just as the traditional Seder ends with hope for the year ahead, I too am hopeful that next year at this time, we will all be gathering together with family and friends and celebrating new advances in the fight for equality. I want to thank you again for giving me the opportunity, virtually, to break matzah with you at this Rainbow Seder. And on behalf of my family and the entire Biden-Harris administration, I want to wish you and your family, whether it's your family of origin or your family of choice, a happy, healthy Passover.